If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. But these all haters cause we played it just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, that's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super unders and a song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. But these all haters cause we played it just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. But these all haters cause we played it just cash.
Hey, hold up. Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit. You fucking
Just cash.
We are back, Big E. What's happening, sir? How you feeling?
What's going on, everyone? Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty cold today. It is like 25 degrees here, but we are back. It is Just Cash.
There we go. I was waiting. There we go. Feeling good, man. Feeling good. I'm glad you got that beanie on. Stay warm. Keep these picks warm. Keep these bookies scared, man. They're scared of you when they see you in that beanie. Can't fuck with you.
Oh, yeah, man. And we already got some early value locked in today, so we'll talk about that here in just a second. But as always, joined by Underrated, our tackle guru. I know the weekend maybe wasn't as happy as, we would like for it to be, but I think still overall really solid plays. Felt like a successful weekend. So
Yeah.
back at it here on Monday. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Yeah, Saturday hit me a little hard with some of my college picks. Some of my stuff that I picked just went backwards as fuck, with one of those days. So I'm always prepared, I know those days are coming. Once every couple months they just happen, and just got to try to take them in stride. But, Sunday, it was yesterday, worked out good. Tackles went good. Didn't have my 10-1, 10-2 like I'm used to, but still definitely profit, and we still had a good time, and we ended it nice. So can't complain. Still profiting, still winning, still on the up. So can't be mad.
Love to hear it, man. And that's the goal. We're just trying to turn some profit here, and that's where, again, straight betting comes into play. So shout out to you guys. Make sure you have your Fliff, your Hard Rock, FanDuel, DraftKings, all that good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Well, before we hop into it, if you guys do us a huge favor, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're not already. That way you don't miss out whenever we do go live. I know we're going to try to start getting some two-a-days in here soon. We're kind of coming down to the really middle portion stretch of the season, so we got a lot of action coming up. We'll definitely start having some two-a-days, on the, Friday night, for example. The slate size on Saturday has always been pretty massive, and it's early in the morning, so we're definitely going to be looking for two-a-days. I think on Friday would work out pretty well, and then sometime during the week. Maybe Monday night, depending on the Tuesday. I know Tuesday and Wednesday is sometimes kind of the busier day for college, so stay tuned for that, and don't miss out. All right. And last little bit, where you can find the early locks, early value, it's going to be down below. Still running our 7-day free trial for the Discord service, so make sure you guys hop in and check it out. If you like what you see, you can definitely hang around. And then if you don't, that's cool. No harm, no foul. Still 7-day free trial, and we'll go from there. So, all right, let's talk about some basketball today. We have a little bit of pending news as far as Rutgers side of things. We have Ace Bailey. His points have just been moving all over the place. I mean, he's up to 20.5 now. I believe he opened at 18.5. He's been bumped up to 22.5 on some books. So we are going to be waiting on Dylan Harper. He is questionable with the illness. I'm not seeing anything as far as like beat writers or, the actual school itself addressing him being questionable. So I'm kind of thinking he's going to play, if I'm being totally honest, but we actually don't know. His brother also got signed to a small contract for, I believe, Detroit. So, I mean, there is a small chance, maybe he misses out on that, like, goes to support or goes watch the game or whatever. But we don't know. So that's, I think, a major piece of news, at least on this smaller slate, that we'll keep an eye out for. All right. Well, let's start off with this game anyways. One player that we do like today is going to be Nolan Winter, his 20.5 points plus rebounds. As one Jon Snow said before, winter is coming, and this player has looked really, really good in the last month. Hey, if you got that, you're a real one. How you feeling about Big Winter here, though? Coming off of Iowa, who, we were favoring them this last game, I know, to cover some of the spread, and they just let it slip in the second half. But they looked really great in the first half. They kept it really close, and we're kind of giving them business. Fell off down the stretch, but still going to be pretty favorable matchup here. I mean, green light all across the board. Snow.
Snow. Winter snow. Good one.
Winter, he doesn't make a whole lot, so I mean that's not really something that's his forte at best. He's going to get one a game, but usage rating really solid. Mid-20s like we like to see. The beginning of the season, this is again one of the newer players here to the league, only his second year, but you can see just another player that has been progressing, doing a lot better as the season's gone. And I would say first month basically through November, or the first part of November, he was limited in the minutes, limited in production, some early fouls, stuff like that. So to be expected, someone coming into a new role like he is this year. But now let's take a step back, look at where the minutes kind of get dialed up. A couple of blowouts in here, so we do have a couple landmines with that, as far as the minutes kind of being subjective. But in these competitive games, and even this last one, I mean, he played 25 minutes and it wasn't that competitive, but the field goal volume has looked really, really good for him. He's getting in the free throw line a couple times a game. He's also attempting a pretty, sustainable amount of threes. So we're getting a mixed bag from him just overall. And one thing that's really good in this matchup that bodes well is not only the free throws, but the offensive rebounding. He's been a menace on the glass, and over the last month, he's been averaging, 2.3, at least 2 offensive rebounds, those typically converting to either free throws or offensive putbacks. This guy is very ball hungry. I mean, he does not pass the ball at all. A lot of these assists are coming off of broken plays where you can see he has a steal here, or, just in general broken play from somebody else. But yeah, this guy just, I mean, he's been doing a lot for this team lately, and coach has been really solid with the minutes, playing 29 minutes in these competitive games down the stretch. So I think we could pencil him down for at least 25, 26 minutes, but in a more competitive environment like this last game, he was on pace to play 30 minutes, or at least the 29-minute cap. So I think he's really solid here, just getting a player who's kind of catching their stride at the moment. And for what he's done, at least, in his last 4 games here, looked really, really solid. So I like him. How you feeling about Big Winter today?
Same, man. It makes perfect sense. I mean, when you showed that game log again, when you look at that game log that you were just looking at, it's something that we've noticed lately, and it's really been working. We'll see how it goes. We're just, again, first season doing college props, so it's very, very fun because we just keep learning things. But this one is another one of those times where we're like, look at the beginning of the year in comparison to where he's at now, his last few games. Then you look at the blowouts, you're like, hey, the blowouts are the times when he didn't get there. Lately, he's been getting there with no problem. the matchup is actually decent, if not better than decent. I feel like Rutgers is they're good, but they feel a little bit soft on the defensive end. I could be off on that, but it seems like every time we play somebody against Rutgers, it's been a good outcome or something that we expected it to be. So I do like this play. I never would have seen it until Coach brought it up last night, but after I looked at it, I was like, okay, these are one of those ones, man. One of those ones you got to put money on.
Yeah, Rutgers, honestly, I mean, their defense has been very suspect this year. Really, the weight is being carried, and we saw it this last game. I mean, Ace absolutely put the team on his back, so their team is not really playing that well on defense in general at all, and that's kind of converting to, the pace going up, the ball exchange that's back and forth is, really high for rebounding, and, I mean, this environment should set up for a pretty high scoring affair, I would think. It's just, can we make sure it's a close game down the stretch? But, yeah.
What's the spread on this game again? What was the spread? Sorry. Not too bad, right? I thought it was decently close. Ooh, we got the
1.5.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So we should be good. 157 total. We like that.
Yes. And those, honestly, for taking some of the overs or chasing the overs, any of these games that have been over 150 have just felt like, a really, really great spot. And 157, I think this actually came up from 155 from last night, if I'm not mistaken. But we could see this maybe kind of bounce around if, we get that Dylan Harper news. If he gets ruled out, maybe that comes down a little. But I still think, even in this last game without him, Rutgers looked really solid. The bench guy came in, helped out, and they did their thing. So, yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
Nice. Yeah, I like that one. Definitely.
All right. One play that kind of stood out, and it is a plus money play, so a bit appealing on this aspect. Wisconsin, one of their problems they've kind of struggled with so far this year is having any kind of consistent three-point shooting. And it's been pretty much all over the place, a mixed bag from the starters, and some of their bench guys come in and kind of fill that role a little bit down the stretch. But John Blackwell, he is very interesting. I think plus money today for his 1.5 threes. You can actually find this a little bit better odds, but just for example, on Underdog here, he is coming off of a game that he shot 10 threes. And I know if you look at him, overall on the season. Sorry, 1 second.
That was loud. Well, I guess it's time for me to take another hit of this dab. Hold on. Perfect. All right, where were we? What the heck was he talking about? Is he still talking about... Oh, he's talking about the defense, and he's talking about... Oh, he's talking about the three-point guy. You know me, guys. I don't play threes like that, but we'll let him tell you about it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hi.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
So just overall in the season, I mean, not a very efficient three-point shooting, but again, another player who is developing as the season goes along. But yeah, him coming off of a 10 three-point attempt game, obviously it was a season high for him. But even over the last month, I mean, he's taken, 4, 5, 10 different attempts. And in this particular matchup, he actually was able to drop, I believe, 3 of them. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he had 2 of them against him last year, and he actually had a really solid just overall scoring game. So kind of a hedge play to Winter here. I think, if you wanted to take the plus money, the threes are pretty decent, but even just his points straight up, I mean, he's kind of, I feel like a 1B play to Winter. He just has a little bit more of a 3-point upside in the matchup in general, whereas Winter has, offensive putback, free throw upside. So just a little something to think about here. And also fairly efficient on the season. Still with me?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
You were talking about threes, so you know me. Threes come up, I just be quiet.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up. I feel like he definitely has potential for scoring here too. All right, let's move on to the second game. And one of our pieces that we had earlier, we had Xavier Bell at 14.5 points. Posted that as soon as we could in the Discord. Again, make sure you guys check it out down below. He was at 15.5 this last game, so I mean that just outright didn't make any sense in the first place. But he was somebody that brought up on stream last time, talked about, and actually shout out last time, our last stream, our hot streak, we went all 3 of 3. We had Big Cooper, the Big Flag, it was Nestovic, and Owe. So all 3 of those guys came through on that. Just thinking about random stuff there. But yeah, Xavier Bell, absolute beast since he come into the starting 5. And we were pretty high on him this last game. And I mean, he just absolutely showed out. Had another 17 field goal attempts. And that was with their other starting guard actually making his return. What was his name? Justin Hill. So Justin Hill came back, did cut into obviously some of the field goal overall usage, but Bell still, I mean, just an absolute beast, man. I'm so happy they actually started him in the unit because he's just taken over. Minutes are completely ramped up. He played 34 minutes in this last game, even though he did have 4 fouls. So I think he was on track to play closer to, 38 minutes. And seeing that in the last couple of games, I mean, I would say pencil him down for another at least 15 field goal attempts. And I mean, one of our rule of thumbs, if we can get a field goal attempt line that's basically matching their point line, that's pretty good. We just need him to go out, shoot 40%, almost 50%. But if he's getting free throws, then that percentage just, goes down, makes it even easier on us. So I like him, man. Just this guy's got the stuff, usage, minutes, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, makes sense. Same exact thing again, bro. It's just finding those guys. Small slate today, but good value, good plays. I think all the plays have a chance to sweep just like they did on yesterday. 4-0 yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think today seems similar to yesterday. A little bit smaller slate, obviously, but the plays feel the same. They have that, just found guys that are, in that spot to really take these lines and say, actually, Mr. Line, you're a little too low. So we're getting good value. That seems to be the way to do it at this point. Pick the star players or the guys that are going to have their balls on the hands. Their hands on the balls. Hold on. For my damn self.
Handball.
That's what you said earlier. That's why I hit pause and you were like, what do you have pause for? That's why. You said the same thing. Anyways. Yeah, man. I mean, these plays they make perfect sense when you break them down like that. So there's nothing like this in NBA you're gonna find with value like that. I mean, you could find different things, and obviously there's people in the Discord killing NBA too. But I'm just saying, if you want another angle, this is great.
I think I'm pretty sure Coach also, shout out to Big Coach in the Discord, I'm pretty sure he was also going to take kind of a split unit between both of Xavier Bell and something for Justin Hill here. He is coming back from an injury, and he's going to be the 1B for sure. I mean, you can obviously see this last game, he had a really high field goal volume. We joke about, but I swear it's true every time. Whenever a player returns or they're making a game debut or whatever, they always feed him the ball. So he was pretty 50-50 in the first half, and then the second half he was a little bit more ball dominant. So I would say at least keeping out for his second half props. If he is on track, and the game's obviously competitive, but if he's on, kind of on track to meet that 14.5 full game points, I would say keep an eye out for him and his second half points, because they'll probably be something like 6.5 or something low.
Cool. Yeah, he was like, he said he's going to throw Hill in there too, and he said if one of the two is going to hit, good chance both of them hit. So that's nice. It's always good to have a little hedge. Or a little secondary play just in case. If both don't hit, that'd be crazy. That probably won't happen.
Yeah, if both of them don't hit, then I would say it had to be a massive blowout, and one of these guys was in foul trouble.
Exactly.
But that ain't gonna happen.
No, sir.
All right. Let's see. Okay, and our last one we have is gonna be Big Bruce Thornton, 13.5 points. I think you can find him at a better payout than what Underdog has right now, but we're just kind of using it as a placeholder. Yeah, I mean, this guy just, really kind of another player who's stepping into his own. He's been a mixed bag of threes, ton of free throws. I mean, this guy's getting to the line an obscene amount of times, but minutes are just outrageous in any competitive game. I mean, he's playing huge minutes, so pencil him down, I would say, for the high 36. Pretty solid usage rating like we're looking for, mid-20s over the last month. So, yeah, man, I like him. And he's got a little bit of history here. He played against them twice this last season. Absolutely murdered them just from straight-up points. I think we could also, to be honest, consider his PRA as well. But just from the damage that he did alone from the floor, I think this bodes really well for us. And on the season, I mean, he's been pretty efficient too. So 57%, it's not bad. Some of these games, tough matchup, and really tough matchup. I mean, outside of that, though, in more moderate or more competitive games, I mean, he's been able to hold his own, and just feels like it's, one of those favorable lines again. But that history, man, that you can't ignore.
Mm-hmm. And it's a decent matchup, I should say, I guess. Minnesota's probably going to get overpowered here, right? What's the spread on this one?
It is only 4.5.
Okay, but it's in Minnesota too, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. The game total could be a little bit better. 136 is definitely going to reflect some of the defense that is played, but somebody's got to score, man. And I mean, if this guy can do it twice last season, it's kind of doing it this season already. It's pretty much a season average to begin with, so I don't mind it. Smaller slate, doesn't feel like we're exactly reaching for something here. Guys got history, got to run them in something.
Yeah, makes sense. I like it. I will say that's probably my third favorite out of those three. Would you agree?
Yeah, these are actually kind of in order, surprisingly, even though they're with the game times as well. But yeah,
Okay.
These would be, I think, in the order. Bell might have been on top if we still had the 14.5, but with the bump, yeah, he's probably second place.
Okay, sounds good.
Now, they did hit us with kind of mid-afternoon, the Houston and TCU game. It was a 16.5 point spread earlier whenever I looked. Personally, I'm good on it. I played a little bit of LJ Cryer this last game in a competitive game, and he did absolutely nothing. So,
Embiid's out. I don't know if you care Embiid's out, though.
Okay, Embiid's out. Yeah, we had some placeholder plays for that. So Maxey, I would get Maxey on the hot streak. His points, his 22.5 points, or you probably take the 23.5 now, actually. Yes, I was waiting on that for sure.
You liking that?
Yep, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of flat. Oh, I'm going to hit you out with a flash. Some of the NBA plays that we'll talk about here in a minute. But yeah, Maxey, 23.5 points. Great 3-point upside. Gets a massive usage boost with Embiid off the floor.
That's what I was about to say. You got to jump to it now because they're all going to move, huh?
Yeah, he's probably gone from every other site, so I'm not even going to switch over to Underdog. But if you guys can find them on whatever available sites, definitely scoop them up. That also helps out KD. While we're talking about it anyways, this game in particular, so Phoenix, they are going to have Bradley Beal and Nurkic both coming off the bench. So we have Mason Plumlee, and I think one of the Dunn brothers is going to start. But yeah, basically two do-nothings. Should see a massive boost to both the KD and Booker alike. But we are still going to have Maxey on the other side, so he's been a lockdown defender, playing really, really well. I think that still kind of presents the same problem for Booker in general. But KD, I mean, absolutely cooked Philly the last 2 games that they played, and now with usage boost plus kind of lack of paint presence, Drummond's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but he's no Embiid. So let me make sure Drummond's actually even playing. Yeah. So I like Maxey for sure. Game stack here for that. Denny Avia, he's just been absolutely cooking in the start in the absence of Jeremy Grant. He just absolutely rocked Giannis and Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee ended up picking up the dub, but yeah, he's been giving teams the business, and I don't think Tobias Harris is really stopping anybody. He'll probably get a couple blocks on him, but Denny doing everything, massive PR upside. Tim Hardaway, he torched Phoenix in all 4 games that they most recently played. And now we have Jaden Ivey is going to be out for an extended, I think he's out for the season actually, but they set his normal line at 11.5, which I think is still totally fine. That's basically just a season average in general, but the 10.5 here is still really solid payout. And then last 2, I mean, Giddey kind of speaks for himself. He's just been destroying this RA. He was leading in potential rebounds this last game. He's pretty much been 1A, 1B, and then he was actually second with Ayo Dosunmu being out for potential assists. So I like that. And then Keldon Johnson, this is just a really kind of they bumped it now. His 3.5 rebounds was crazy. It's like an 83% hit rating on the season, cleared it in the last 3 out of 4 games against him. So not really sure why that was that low. And he was also leading in potential rebounds last game too, so that's pretty wild. Still coming off the bench. All right.
Big Bruce
that's
just moved to 14.5, just so you know. Big Bruce Thornton.
Oh, make sure you guys get that in. Oh yeah, I didn't even see they moved the payout again on him. He was 0.92 or 0.94 earlier, and now he's down to 0.9.
Yeah, minus 130 on Fliff, I think still. Let's see if they move that. I know we got that earlier. Fliff does really kind of move with everything else though, so.
Yeah, they got their algorithm fixed up now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool, and just another reason to have hot streak if you guys can get it.
When are they gonna fix it? I think they want it.
Yeah, they don't care. They're still trying to come up right now. This is like the glory days of PrizePicks when they wouldn't move stuff for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, the thing is, they're probably still doing decent because you got to pair it, So people still got to pair and they can still miss. A lot of people probably still miss, or they would change it. People are silly.
All right, let's talk about
Money lines?
pick a few money line.
Yeah.
One that I definitely thought was really appealing, is Wichita State at home. I mean, they're almost a double-digit favorite, and it's still under 400. So I don't know if that's kind of trappish or if this is just them not really paying attention to this, spread here. But minus 375 is pretty good. I know it was minus 400 on. Okay, it came back down a little bit, minus 385, but it was minus, I think, 420 on Fliff and minus 400 on FanDuel earlier. Yeah, Wichita State, they're definitely going to have a nice dub at the house here. South Florida's all right, but on the road, gotta love the home teams. Gotta love them home teams.
You know what Caleb was bringing up earlier today, and I think it's a secret for success, is stuff like that Wichita State, and then pair that with like a alt line from one of these stars. He was saying he was pairing Cooper Flagg's alt points with some stuff like that. That sounds like a great plan. I'm gonna start doing that. I bet you, man. Like, it's cool to pair 2 money lines, but at the same time, I mean, it probably goes hand in hand. But those days when you don't have the 2 Wichita State feeling games, you can go to the alt points of somebody. And it seems like that.
Oh
would be a good
man,
plan. What's up?
Bro, DK would add player props or make them available to at least view in my area for college.
Oh, they're like, haha. No, but You know what? That rebet app actually has it. The only thing that sucks, it's kind of like Fliff. Actually, Fliff's odds aren't as bad as they used to be, but that rebet app allows you to do this right here. I'm not sure how far. I like how DraftKings lets you go so far if you want to.
Yeah.
A lot of books don't do that. So,
yeah, we'd have to mess around with this at least a little bit more. I don't know if Big Coach is in here. He might have a couple of extra money lines to talk about today, but I mean, you could take Houston minus 4,000. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I did kind of like the game total over for this one as well, but I think I'm gonna play it safe and just stick with the money line. And I mean, honestly, everything else just kind of seems like these are low key gonna be blowouts.
yeah, that's what I'm
A lot of
saying.
double digits.
Today's the perfect day. Play that. I think he said flag at 15, something like that, and then throw Wichita State in there with it. Sounds great to me. Ace Bailey 15, you know what I mean? One of those.
Yeah, true that. It's so crazy to see like they have Alabama here at minus 16.5, but it's 2,400, and then for 2 more points, it's another 1,600 on top for Houston down here. Basically the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that part. This money line are funny.
All right. Well, I know college is going to be pretty cut and dry today. I think Tuesday might be a fairly decent sized slate. Let's actually check that out real fast.
We have flag already on some sites, right?
I think so.
He might be a cool one to.
Yeah.
I would
Shout out
assume
to
that's going to bump, don't you think? I mean, he had 24, I think 3 games in a row. I don't see why he would stay at 18.5. Maybe because tomorrow people don't bet on it yet, so it's still sitting there. But I bet tomorrow it'll be 19.5.
There's a pretty good chance. I mean, either one he might bump, or we could I think we definitely see some kind of payout movement. You know, the odds increase in favor of. I mean, it's only a 13.5 point spread, 143 totals, not bad. They are at home playing an unranked team, so. I mean, you know, if he comes out and just does his thing like he has been and make him try in just, you know, the slightest fashion, he's been really getting after it. He's been really productive in the first half, too.
Dylan Harper spotted in warm-ups.
I told y'all.
Tomorrow's a crazy day, bro. St. John's, Xavier, Arizona, West Virginia, Clemson, Louisville, Kentucky, Georgia, Pittsburgh, Duke, we already talked about. Georgetown, Marquette, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Nebraska, Iowa, Utah, Iowa State, Auburn, Texas. Tomorrow's crazy. Tomorrow's like a Saturday. That shit's wild.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll definitely be having some late night cookups today. Make sure you guys in the Discord.
I was going to say, you might want to also hit the sub button because we might want to pop on tonight and do a little late night stream with all these games. They probably have a good amount of props for us tonight.
Sure. Yeah, we'll figure out a time and something for that. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty huge slate. I would imagine we get a majority of props at least from this, you know, first 10 games here.
Mm-hmm. And we've been noticing, you know, Underdog, when they give you the props the day before, a lot of times they've been messing them up. That's where we got the funny VJ. I know he didn't hit, but we got the crazy value. We got value on a bunch of shit the night before.
Yep, that's why you got to be in the Discord. And, you know, for us today, we're definitely going to have to be watching out whenever the board starts to drop. I mean, it's about an hour and 20 before NBA locks. So probably we'll get something maybe, I would say 3 hours from now, give or take 2.5, 3 hours from now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we can jump on stream maybe after all the NBA is over. Depends on our schedule, but maybe.
Yeah. I'm with it.
So I'm saying, if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe so you can not miss out on that, because the late night is where the value is. We can make some money.
All right, I know we've been talking for a little while. We got
Blah,
any,
blah, blah.
questions?
We
Any
have
questions?
yeah, let me look. Sean the Don's here. What's up, Big Sean? Big Sean's always here first, he says. First. That's his thing. He wants that. He wants that first place. He beat Ian today. Caleb says, okay, Sean, I see how it is. See how they are? Battling. Eric says, yo! Eric, our NBA lover. Pause, maybe?
Yeah.
Sorry. Jom's here. Jom says, hi. He has 2 letters for us. Hi. Hi, Jom.
What up? What up?
Those your dogs again? Oh, that was my bad.
Not this time.
Eric says, what about Aiton's points? You like Aiton's points?
Dude, I can't stand Aiton, man.
Uh-oh.
The one time I played him in all season, dude just absolutely shits the bed. Hands down, the most let down player I've ever played. He lets me down every single time. Last year, I didn't play him at all this year, except for twice, and he is 0 for 2.
Well, maybe it's time for him to hit for you.
It's a good matchup, or it's a decent matchup, but yeah, man, I don't like, what the hell is this? I mean, 11, 11, 16, 15, 8, 4, 9. Like, what are you doing? Nah. It's the Denny show. Denny's like, fuck all that noise. Give me the ball. I'll do everything. Nah. I'm playing Denny. I cannot play Aiton. I cannot.
Okay. You have heard it here now. Caleb says FanDuel already has quite a few games with props for tomorrow. Caleb's on college with us in the Discord, researching all kinds of shit. I love it. He says lines look a little high. Might have to search for some value. Yeah. They're trying to get wise to it, but there's so many games tomorrow. We're gonna definitely find some value. We'll just keep looking. But yeah, tonight should be fun finding some props. Today we're just gonna get through and hope to go 3-0. Like we went 4-0 yesterday. Can't be mad about that. And then tomorrow we'll have a bunch of props. And AOD's here. What's up, bro? AOD loves
20 on this.
He loves Detroit. AOD loves Detroit. He says Aiton soft as Charmin. He's agreeing with you.
Yeah. Glass cannon, man, I swear.
Yeah. Well, that's about it. If anyone has any questions, throw them in here. We'll start talking about them. E can look it up for you or whatever you want to do, or talk any shit, or say whatever you wish. Yeah. You got through all the college that you wanted to, yeah? Ben Simmons ruled out. You don't care. Oh, Danny C. I like his questions. He says Nolan Winter over 6.5 rebounds. I don't think it's a question necessarily if it's what he likes. Can't tell. There's no question mark. But he says Nolan Winter over 6.5 rebounds. I think that is something decent, right?
Yeah, I think that's totally fine for an alternate play for him. You know, he's over 50% roughly on the season, but you know, over the last month looked pretty good. The rebounds definitely come with a lot of the minutes. So as long as he's playing, you know, I think 25 plus, he's been really solid for that in general. But yeah, for an alternate play, I think that's definitely feasible. He just has some really good scoring upside for this matchup in particular.
Okay. Eric says Embiid is out. Maxi's still on hot streak. Yeah.
Bro, I swear, man, they're just leaving him here forever.
I think his lines moved, though. Let me look. Yeah, his normal line's 26.5 now. So if you want to play 23.5, 1.35, 24.5, 1.44. So yeah, it's changed definitely. It was good about 10 minutes ago, huh? 5-10 minutes ago.
Yep.
I think they like just getting the money, and they're leaving it on purpose. They're like, cool. Everyone who knows about injuries, we're gonna get a rush of these people because you can see the lines move. They just leave it. They don't care, which is fine with me. Eric says can get his 26.5 for 1.8x. What do you think about that?
I mean, honestly, I don't mind it. You know, if he's out there cooking, he's been usually close to a 30 bomb anyways while Embiid's out. We just need the game to stay close. I mean, I think that's, the only concern. But, yeah, they should now with Embiid being out and this weird lineup we're going to get from Phoenix.
Okay.
Oh, is Kelly Oubre available? That was another piece of news that we needed to kind of know. I still like Maxey, though. Don't get me wrong. But if Oubre's out, too, then, I mean, Maxey's just going to have an insane usage rating. But I feel like we kind of need Oubre here to make sure the game actually stays close.
AOD says, would you play Brook Lopez first half fantasy? Ooh, Dylan Harper's points just went down to 19.5. I don't mind Dylan Harper's points today. I don't love it, but I hate any 19.5, to tell you the truth. But it's interesting that went down.
He's got to be playing, right?
I assume people were just looking at his points from last game and they realized, oh, wow, he had a triple-double, but he didn't score 20 points. He's fully capable of scoring 20 points. But I don't know. Maybe people are also like, oh, he's questionable. I'm just going to bet the under. Because if he's a little bit injured, maybe he'll go out. It's another chance to get the L. I don't know. To me, that's just kind of a pass. Kind of have to pass, unfortunately. This matchup's scary, or else I'd want to take ace too. But it's hard to do. Yeah, you're looking at Brook.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what his lines are. Another thing about PrizePicks, like, why would you take away the search function, man? That's the dumbest thing ever.
PrizePicks, officially the worst site in history of betting. There's nothing worse. They were good 2 years ago when they just put up shit and didn't move it and you could win on it easy. But now it's like, it's the hardest site to win. It's the bunkest. It just doesn't look good anymore. Now they moved it. The way it looks even is shitty. People were starting to realize that they have all these scams with their little demons and fucking goblins. Trash ass PrizePicks. Can we just do a whole show about how they suck? I actually have a song for that. AOD says, or his PRA at 8.5. What's up?
I was gonna say I'm not seeing a line for him at all for as far as fantasy, so I have no idea what that looks like.
Oh, okay. He said or 8.5 PRA. I guess that's first half.
Yeah, for the first half, I mean, he is typically more productive for that in general. One thing that was kind of interesting that I thought, I mean, he's got really good PA upside, actually. I don't trust his rebounding, but you can almost get his points and his PA for damn near the same payout. So I thought that was a pretty interesting look for him.
Danny C says, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we still just need to know if Giannis is going to play or not.
Okay. Danny C says, Dylan Harper on PrizePicks is only 18.5. Then you got to play on PrizePicks, but yeah. But that is interesting. 18.5 makes me think. Ooh, he's 18.5 on Fliff now too. And Ace is up to 20.5. That's so funny. They switched. Just because Ace had one game where he scored 39. Now all of a sudden they switched. Hey, could be a trend. They've done it 2 games in a row now. Ace is the leading scorer, so we'll see.
We shall see. It's not an easy matchup. Just keep that in mind.
I know, but 18.5 for Dylan Harper, that doesn't sound too difficult. What's his PRA now? Because he could do everything. If they're going to move his points to 18.5, what's his PRA? I know his RA was crazy high. It was 10.5. We were playing 8.5 just last game. He had one. He
doesn't have one.
Okay. Oh shit. He's 8.5 on Fliff now. I think his lines are going down because of his injury. People are just a little scared to play him. Ooh, shit. PRA 27.5. Hello.
It's pretty.
I'm not mad at it. I have to do it. I have to. Nothing amazing, but just have to do it. That's low for him.
Yeah, I mean, he could definitely get it.
Yeah. Bro, his RA is 8.5. I bet if Coach saw that right now, he'd be like, we're playing that RA right now. He might even like the PRA better. I don't know. We got to get to Coach before this tip. When is that game? Sorry. I just missed it.
Hour 13.
Oh, it does start at 4. Okay. We gotta ask Coach, see if he'll play that. J03 says, would you rather Cade's RA or his PA?
PA, yeah.
Okay. Danny C says, damn, it was 18.5. They switched it on me. I guess that was when you looked it up. It's at 19.5. Yeah, but it's I'm glad you brought that up, Danny, because it's 18.5 on Fliff and 18.5 on Underdog now, I think it was. 27.5 PRA. They're trying to get me. I want to play that. AOD says PRA, though, at 8.5. Talking about Brooke Lopez. Eric says PrizePicks is bugging out right now with the injuries. Starfall says a search button is right next to the popular section in the little magnifier.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. See, just another format change for no reason.
They tricked you. Thank you, Starfall. Appreciate that. Caleb says Harper went up to 21.5 on FanDuel. Opposites? That is weird. That is super weird. And that's the thing, man. These college props are all over the place. You find what you like. A lot of times you'll get that value. Eric says Chris Paul assists. Bulls allow the most assists in the league to point guards. Do you like Christopher Paul?
I mean, CP's been a massive disappointment on the road, but yeah, I mean, it makes sense. If it was any kind of a home game, I would be all over that again. But yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense. Beginning of the season, we were definitely targeting that particular matchup.
Danny C says also Devin Royal PRA under. Danny, are you in our Discord, bro? If you're not, you should jump in and talk some shit with us, because it sounds like you're on a bunch of different things. There's not that many people into college, so it's cool that you're on it. What do you think about Royal under PRA? Big Devin. I know we were on his over points last time, but this game is a little slower. He went off last game, didn't he? Oh, it wasn't last game we took his points. It was the game before. RJ Barrett is available to play on a minutes restriction. We know how those minutes restrictions are. They say they're minutes restrictions. You're like, hold on, though. Let me see. Hot Streak says.
Hello Barrett.
Ooh, he's going
What's
up.
an under fantasy look like? Can you drop 49 fantasy in limited time? I don't know. What's that? Actually, what's the PRA? How high can we go with that?
Even better, huh? Because they can't get those threes in bunches.
Yeah, that's better. Some 34.5 PRA. I can go under with that. Oh, here we go. Let's lock in Flag here. That'll give us a reason to play him.
I love Flag.
All right, so we're gonna take Barrett's under PRA. Cooper Flag 18.5 points.
Look at that payout too. It's very similar to just a normal 2 plays, but you get an alt under.
Yeah, I like that. I'm throwing money on that. So let's see. Sure, they're already gone.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the maxi at 23.5 points and get a shittier payout and put RJ Barrett with. You said PRA is the one. You think? Oh, what'd you say?
Yeah. PRA. I mean, he's just gonna have to shoot super efficient.
It's still on Underdog. Probably gonna move all this, right? I mean, just because they say minutes restriction, we've been injured before. They just went off the board. Oh, look at Tyler.
Yeah, he's gone there.
Tyler.
Yeah, my rescue play for Malcolm Brogdon yesterday.
All right, I'm in. I got Barrett under 35.5 PRA and Maxey over 23.5 points. It's only a 2.0x, but hey, they should both hit. So I'm not mad. So back to Devin. Oh, you're doing that still. So we were looking at Royal PRA. I want to look at that too.
Oh yeah. Sorry, got caught up in the moment there.
No. It's all good because RJ Barrett's on a minute restriction everywhere in this world, so I'm sure people are trying to get that in too. If he's really on one.
PRA for Royal, right?
Yeah. Under, he said. What do you think about the under?
Yeah, I mean, really limited sample size from their 2 games last year, but it is a much tougher matchup. The rebounding is kind of decent for him, so that does worry me a little bit because that's kind of where his spike games will come from. The assist, I don't think, is really his forte. I mean, at best, he's going to get 2. His points at 12.5, that's super low. I don't know if I would mess with that under, but they are taxing him a little bit. I mean, we're getting that 0.5 tax on that, so I like it. We just we got to pray he doesn't get hot from 3 or get fouled. But I think overall, I mean, if he just goes out and have an average game, I mean, a lot of these were kind of favorable matchups, but I don't know, man. That one's kind of tough. If I was to take an under in this game, it would definitely be on like the Ohio side of things. Besides, Big Bruce. Bruce is the man.
Big Bruce Thornton? Think of Billy Bob Thornton.
All right. Well, I think we're pretty much all caught up to speed. There was just one. So we're just waiting on Giannis news and oh man, I couldn't have dropped NBA plays at a better time earlier too. I think we had like 20 minutes before we got news. There was like 3 different guys that got ruled out at the same time. Oh, Kelly Oubre. That's the last little bit. Unless we just got that. Yeah. Last bit of news there. So just those 2 players.
Okay. AOD says Ric Flair woos.
Woo!
Danny C says D'Angelo NBA PRA under. D'Angelo PRA under. I think, is it D'Angelo out or no? Am I tripping? I could
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, okay. So I was right about that. Okay, I think that's about it. Yeah. We're good. Hey guys, if you don't mind and you haven't hit the like yet, please hit the like for us. It'll help us get this out to a few more people. We'll hopefully have a few more people for tomorrow. Tomorrow's big ass slate for college. And hit sub if you haven't yet, because we're gonna go on tonight and find some value. So hit the sub so you make sure you don't miss it. And if you don't got more I don't know. If you do, you're gonna play that Tyler Hero, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a free square rescue thing. It's the so it's the BS that apparently Underdog does now. Whenever you get an injury on one of the slips, instead of just knocking off whatever for the payout, they just DMP the whole damn thing and then give you this little $10 special.
Oh, how nice!
Super fun.
Kelly Oubre remains questionable. Just so you know. Thanks for that update.
Yeah. All right, y'all. As always, much appreciated. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, like, and follow us in the Discord on the way out. Stay tuned. May or may not be streaming tonight. I think that'll TBH or TBD at the moment, but we're definitely going to be in the labs later on tonight. So we will have plays. We're going to have some early looks, and we're going to have some fun today. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah. No, today's going to be good. Small in the daytime. Lots going on later tonight. So if you're not in the Discord, get on in there. Let's get some value. Let's get some money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. We appreciate y'all. Good luck tonight, and we'll catch y'all back here tomorrow. Peace.